Greetings, fellow action figure connoisseurs, and welcome to another episode of Digital Caveman Presents Marvel Monday. I, as always, am your host, the Digital Caveman, and today I will be presenting you with the Marvel Legends Series Bonebreaker Build-A-Figure Series Sabretooth. Let's get into it! Let's start our bloodthirsty hunt for Wolverine with a look at the packaging. And here on the very top, Build-A-Figure Bonebreaker Assortment number 4 and up. Warning! Don't stick things in your pie hole that do not belong there. The X-Men X symbol. Marvel Legends Series, nice big window showcasing the figure and the Build-A-Figure pieces. X-Men Sabretooth Hasbro print. On the bottom, small print, fine print, legalese print, made in China print, symbols I'm not going to learn, and a barcode. On this side, artwork of Sabretooth. On this side, artwork of Sabretooth. On the back, you guessed it, artwork of Sabretooth. And it's nice artwork, too. Marvel Legends Series Sabretooth. With keen senses, a mutant healing factor, and zero moral restraint. Sabretooth is a dark reflection of his arch-nemesis, the mutant hero, Wolverine. And here it is again in some other language, Build-A-Figure Bonebreaker. And there's a probably render of the completed Build-A-Figure with numbers corresponding to the cross-sale of which figure comes with what part. And of course, Wolverine didn't come with any parts. Siren came with 1. Havoc came with number 2, Vulcan came with number 3, Maggot came with number 4, Darwin comes with number 5, and Sabretooth contains number 6. Each sold separately, subject to availability. Attention, don't stick things in your French pie hole that don't belong there. Attention, don't stick things in any other language pie hole that do not belong there. Don't give it to the babies. Marvel print. Some more small fine legalese print, some more made in China print, and some more Hasbro print. That, my friends, is a look at the packaging. Let's take a look at the figure and, well, his no accessories. So, of course, this Sabretooth is based on earlier appearances of the character, like in Iron Fist and early on in X-Men, well, not early on in X-Men, but early on in his career in X-Men, or as an X-Men villain, when he was with the Marauders during the Mutant Massacre. I believe this is the costume he was wearing then. And I have to say, I do like the face sculpt. He's very Sabretooth looking. Lots of nice molded details in the hair with a wash as well to help those details stand out. And this fur collar here, there seems to be a wash in there as well as on the forearms and down here on the legs. So that's very, very nice. And he's got this paint apper tampo here running down to this paint app. And then I do believe this is probably molded in this color as well as down here. It's hard to see what's going on up under this. I don't think there's anything going on up under it. No, it doesn't seem to be. Alright, let's talk about his articulation, because there's really nothing going on in the back paint wise. He can look up that far, and while we've got him up there, we can see Well, maybe you can see it. I can see it. I don't know how well it's showing up on camera. But he is on that classic Hasbro Marvel Legends ball and hinge. He can look down that far. He's got some chicken neck going on, as well as some waggle and the full Exorcist. At the shoulder, 360-degree rotation. And with a little bit of effort, the arm comes out just, we'll go ahead and call that 90 degrees. And then at the upper bicep, another 360-degree rotation. Double hinged pinned elbow, which is not bad. I mean, it gives you that much bend, so that's great. 360-degree rotation on at the wrist, on an in and out hinge, and in and out hinge on the other side as better. Classic Marvel Legends Hasbro ab hinge allows him to go back that far, forward that far, and that's it. I would have liked to have seen a ball joint on this, but you know. At the waist, there's a cut for another 360-degree rotation. At the hips, he can only give you that much of the split, so that's a little disappointing for Sabretooth. However, he can kick that high, and that's pretty impressive. And that is with a little bit of outswing. Now back, not so impressive, maybe half a step back. Cut at the upper thigh for 360-degree rotation. Double hinged pinned knee. Gives you that much bend. Nothing, as far as I can tell, in the shin for a boot cut. And at the ankle, tilts down that far. Tilts up that far. And a forward-facing pin for rocker. That, my friends, does it for a look at Sabretooth and his no accessories. It's time for my favorite part of a review, comparisons. And here we have the Bonebreaker Build-A-Figure Wave Sabretooth, which is his older, more original costume. And then in the middle, we have the, I want to say, Apocalypse Build-A-Figure Waves Jim Lee Sabretooth. And then on the end, the old Toy Biz Jim Lee Sabretooth. Let's see how the figure compares up with some other lines. And here we have the Marvel Legends Bonebreaker Build-A-Figure Waves Sabretooth with our final Marvel Legends comparison. Making his cameo appearance, Stan the Man Lee. From the G.I. Joe Classified series, we have the Hasbro Pulse exclusive Regal variant Cobra Commander. From Star Wars The Black series, we have the Archive Edition 501st Legion Clone Trooper. And for a 7-inch comparison, we have from Masters of the Universe Masterverse line, the 40th Anniversary He-Man. For final thoughts on the Marvel Legends Series Bonebreaker Build-A-Figure Waves Sabretooth, I have to say, I do think this figure should have come with maybe some alternate hands, but at the very least, an alternate, like, snarling head sculpt. I just feel like, you know, there were no accessories with this figure, and even though the hands that come on the figure will do, because mostly he's going to be slashing or grabbing, choking people, well, you know, things that bad guys typically do that are really physical characters, but really just the smiling face on this one, I think, really should have been supplemented by like a smart, snarling, angry head sculpt as well. As far as the rest of the figure goes, you know, there's not a whole lot of paint apps going on. There is nice sculpting. There's nice paint wash throughout this figure. From the hair on his head, to the fur around his collar, to the fur on his forearms and forward legs, shins, calves, the bottom half of his legs. And then, of course, you know, there's some paint apps for the hands and the feet. And that really does it for this figure. I mean, there's not a whole lot to say. The head sculpt that it does come with is nice. The paint that it does have it's nice, it's clean, and it's appropriate to where it's supposed to be. The wash, I think, is probably the best feature for deco on this figure. The sculpt, at least as far as the head sculpt and the forearms and the lower legs go, I think it's really good, that fur part of his costume. And again, that paint wash really helps it to stand out. And now that we have this version of Sabretooth, and we have Vertigo from the X-Men 5-pack, I'm really hoping to see we get a box set, or they start doling out to us in you know, a couple per wave, maybe the Reavers, Scalp Hunter, Arclight, Riptide, Harpoon, you know, those guys from the Mutant Massacre, because I really think that Marvel Legends is lacking by not giving us those figures for what is such a major and long-lasting repercussions from a story arc in the X-Men. But again, as far as this figure goes, it's an okay figure. It doesn't have a lot of paint apps. What it does have, as far as deco goes, the wash, the sculpt, the face print, you know, it's all good. This guy really could have used the pinless, especially for the knees. That would help with the posing and the, you know, keeping it where it wouldn't bend in the knees as much as Marvel Legends tend to do. But that does it for the review. I hope that you enjoyed it. I enjoyed making it. Only support from viewers like you make this programming possible. Each view does count, and I do appreciate each and every single view that I receive. Thank you, and thank you so very, very much for supporting this channel through viewing. Comment below, like, share, subscribe if you'd like to see more reviews or just help the channel out further. Or both, that's even better. And don't forget to ding that bell so that in the future you will be notified as my new content becomes available. That's a wrap, folks. I'll see you next time.